Hello folks, welcome back. So today's the big day. Eventually put some fuel in the bike and see if it starts. I'm really hoping it does, got my fingers crossed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fuel back in the tank and I'll chat to you while we're doing that. So obviously you can see all the bikes back together since I did the resealing of the tank. It's been 96 hours, 4 days since I did that, so that's dried. That's exactly how long it says to leave it. The bike's all back together. I've been doing a few of the little bits and bobs to it. Set all the tappets, retorqued the heads because I'd had the to get the tappets out you have to undo some of the head bolts, so retorqued all those. Just concentrating while I do this. Obviously want to make sure I've got no fuel leaks anywhere, I hope not. Throttle bodies are all back on, crash bars are all back on. Just going to make sure we've got no fuel leaks. Yeah, we're good so far. Oh. Spilt a bit then, that wasn't very good. Right, just cut you for a minute then because I was concentrating too much on pouring it in and I wasn't talking. Anyway, nearly ready for the start. Let me just show you inside the tank from the top. Look, all nice and silver, all nicely painted. Looks very good, I'm really impressed with that. So anyway, as you can see, everything's all built back up. What else I've done, I told you about, did all the tappets, adjusted all the valve clearances. Retorqued the heads after I'd had those bits off. Throttle bodies are back on. All the fuel system's been cleaned out. Fuel pressure regulator was taken out before. That's all cleaned out. All new seals in there. So if this doesn't run right now, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to cry. But I'm hoping this is going to fire up and I've just got to balance the throttle bodies. Fingers crossed. Another little job I did. I don't know if anybody noticed, but this rear indicator had snapped off while I've been brushing past it. It was all rotten and it was just snapped. So I had some of these little snazzy ones knocking about that I've had for some time. They were going to go on something a long time ago and never did. So yeah, indicators have gone on. Anyway, let's stop talking, see if this thing's going to work. I hope so. Right, ignition on. Fuel pump. I'll give that a couple of goes. Can hear air coming out of there. Oh, that's definitely prime now. Ooh, there's air coming through, I think. Hear air coming through. Because I've had a whole system apart, I think there's a lot of air in there. Right. Let's give it a go. Ooh, I'm nervous. Go. take that, won't we? I'll get smoked out. Oh. That throttle response is definitely a lot better than it was. It's not popping and banging. That's fixed it. Right, next, I'm going to let it clear a bit because it's got a bit smoky. I'll have to open the doors up and then we'll see if we can balance the throttle body, see what that's looking like. Right, after that victory, I'll run the bike up a little bit more. Oh, I'm so relieved it's worked. Sounds nice. It's nice and crisp on the throttle. Didn't take a lot to start. So relieved. One thing I forgot to mention, when I was putting the rocker covers back on, I was cleaning all the old gasket off. Somebody put sealant around the rocker cover gaskets, which is annoying. We cleaned all that off and I looked at the threads on the bolt and I thought, looks like it's got thread lock on. Why has one of these got thread lock on? And yeah, when I went to put them on, tighten them up, one of them, the thread was stripped in it. So into the head. So that was nice and fun. So I had to drill that out, put a helicoil in. Luckily it was fairly easy. I'd got some helicoils knocking around from other things. So that fixed that. But that was just a bit annoying. Anyway, the balancing throttle bodies. Let's have a quick look. So I'll show you what I've done. Obviously we've got the throttle body down here. There's a vacuum attachment under here. Now that's usually got a little black bung on it. So I've taken that off. We've got a bit of this pipe going up to two of these vacuum gauges here. Now these are cheap off eBay, they're not a lot of money. So when I start this up now, we'll get a vacuum on here. Now on idle, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve is get these balanced on idle and then at about 3,000 revs. So it's a bit difficult for me to start. What I'll do is I'll start it up, we'll see if we can hold it and explain without these falling off. Which is probably going to be impossible. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put cable tie around that to hold them and then we'll be back. Right, got some cable ties around there, open the doors up for some ventilation. Now let's start this up. So you can see they're jumping about all over the place, but they're not too far. We've got one that's, one side you see that's finishing there, that's finishing there. So on tick over they are a little bit out. 3,000 revs there, you can see that they're ever so slightly out. What I'm going to do is just adjust the fuel mixture screw just slightly, just to see if we can get those perfect. So one of these screws is the same on the other side, the screw there. Just going to adjust those slightly, just see if we can get those a little bit better. I think you can also, on tick over to do it, you can just adjust the idle, but I'm just going to adjust it on the fuel mixture to start with, and just see if we can get those a bit better. So I've just adjusted it a little bit. You can see they are very close. I'm just going to switch this off. Yeah, that's perhaps not the best example on showing you how to do that, but you got the kind of gist from that anyway. Those gauges, perhaps cheapest ones off eBay, weren't the best, but it's kind of to be fair, they were quite well balanced. All I've done is just give it a little tweak, and they seem to be quite good. So I have yeah, obviously we've cleaned the tank out, reel on the tank, new fuel pump, new fuel filter, adjusted the tappets, retorqued the heads, balanced the throttle bodies, changed the rear brake cylinder. That one that I got off eBay, that was actually quite good, that was nice. To buy a brand new one was like 68 quid. That one was 34 quid. It was brand new. You know, it said it was second hand, but looking at it, it didn't look like it had been used, which it said in the description. So that was 34 quid, so that saved me a lot of money. Brought some new seals and bits and bobs. The money's stacking up. Not stacking up. Obviously, I've spent a few quid on those bits. Now, the next job, I am going to take it for a ride. I'm going to use it for a little bit. Need to replace that rear shock, so I am looking for a reasonable quality second-hand one, because going and buying a brand new one for 400 or 500 quid is just not worth it. I may have found one. I've got to contact somebody about that. But anyway, we've got the headstock bearing to do and the front fork seals. That's next on the list. But it's bank holiday weekend. I'm going to get out and use it. So the next video will be actually going to be using it for the first time, and hopefully we can do a proper video on using it, which would be nice. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm so relieved, I'm so happy that it's actually running properly again. Well, you know, in fact I think that was running better than it did before. Oh, I've also put new spark plugs in, forgot about that. Right then, this is the truth time. A bit nervous, to be honest. Fuel pumps on, here we go. Straight up. Oh yeah. Right. Oh, beauty. Right. Oh, mirror's been knocked, so feels better straight off. Yeah, there's no jerkiness. Let's take her for a quick blast down the bypass. Coming on to our little bypass here, where we can wander on and see what happens. Here we go. Oh yeah! Oh yes! That was the limiter. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh yeah! That's better! That's better! Oh, I think we can say that's fixed! Woohoo! Oh, Beamer! My GS! That's better than that's better than it ran even when I picked it up. Amazing what a bit of maintenance can do. Show it a bit of love. Hey, we'll love you back. Ah, oh, I'm so happy. On we go. Don't get me wrong, no sports bike, but oh mate, this is loads better. You know, these things are not sports bike like I just said, but this feels like it's got a bit of response to it now. When you twist the throttle it wants to go, whereas before it was all hesitant, coughing, spluttery. I mean, even when I picked it up I just thought it was a bit sluggish, but it was probably what it was. But oh, clearly not, clearly it needed some love. Well, I'm going to put some fuel in it. I'm going to treat it to the good stuff, and before it rains today I'm going to go out and just get a few miles on it. This battery's not got long left on the GoPro, so you're not coming with me, but I've got a free bank holiday weekend. This is Saturday, we've got the Monday off, so I'm thinking now tomorrow
put the camping kit off and maybe go and do the trip to Wales like I was planning in the first place. Ah, yes. Well, thanks everybody. If you're watching this, thanks very much for watching. Give us a comment what you think about the old Beamer, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Ciao for now.
Living life every day,